Hello, this is Martin Liefeld. I'd like to spend 5 minutes with you to consider the strains, the stresses that come with fundraising. Whether staff, professional, or volunteer, if we're about the business of fundraising, there's stresses and strains. As in all work, there's pressure. And there's certainly pressure with fundraising. And even if we're doing what we love to do, that's most gratifying, pressure comes with it because, of course, we want to excel and succeed for the good of others in our organization. In this presentation, I'll look at 3 considerations and 3 suggestions for you. The first consideration is when we think about the pressures, the stresses, and strains, consider your internal motivations. You have goals, I have goals, and that we want to achieve, we want to exceed, we want to succeed, we want to do everything we can for the benefit of the organization we represent. We have high standards for ourselves and we want to meet and exceed them, and that includes the goals that come to us from our organizations. What we expect from ourselves matters to us, and frankly, it matters to how we can impact the world. And how we behave and what we achieve today has a bearing on our future, and we have long-term goals for ourselves. And we want to exceed today so that we can enjoy the futures that we dream and hope for ourselves, and to be of greater impact and service to the world. So today, there's that additional pressure about tomorrow, you could say. Secondly, consider the external expectations that come with fundraising. Well, our organizations assign goals to us and expectations that we have to strive to meet and to exceed, and we do our very best. That creates pressure, stress, and strain. Sometimes the very goals that we are given to by our organizations are actually goals that we propose to the organization that be set to be achieved overall, and then we end up having to shoulder them to a significant degree. Thirdly, consider the nature of work itself. The nature of work is fatiguing. It's why they call it work. And meaningful work can make it even more so. The pressure of financial goals and deadlines and financial consequences, whether if we are unable to raise money or the great dreams that can be achieved if we're successful, all of that puts pressure on us. It's the nature of work. It's the burden that we have in our responsibilities. And we work for organizations that matter and we want them to achieve. That adds pressure to us. And frankly, we want to work with donors to help donors achieve their dreams and to have the greatest impact in the world possible for themselves and for the organizations we represent. That's fatiguing. That's demanding. That's challenging, is it not? So 3 suggestions. First, acknowledge that there's pressures, stresses, and strains in the work that you do. Acknowledge it to yourself. It's hard work. It's daunting work at times, very challenging. And acknowledge it with your colleagues. We're all in this together. It can be burdensome. It can be trial-like. It can be daunting and challenging at times. And of course, it can be remarkably rewarding and satisfying too. But let's acknowledge that there's stress and strain. Second suggestion is celebrate the victories. When you have a great win, celebrate it. You know, sometimes we set our sights on the ultimate victory, achieving the overall goal, and we miss celebrating the victories along the way. If I'm fortunate enough to help close or to close a significant gift for our university, I'll oftentimes say to my wife, Ellen, let's go out tomorrow night, have a glass of wine, have a nice dinner. I want to mark this accomplishment that I had a significant part of bringing to fruition. And we will do this with our fundraisers when we achieve certain goals and milestones or they have great accomplishments. We want to celebrate those along the way. It means so much. Thirdly, positively manage your stress so that your stress doesn't manage you. Eat well, exercise sufficiently, sleep enough. Use your time wisely. Organize yourself at the beginning of the day. Meditate, journal. Draw upon your higher power and take advantage of all the resources you can to manage your stress. Take time to appreciate your hard work and be grateful for your donors. I wonder what you think about this presentation. Please reach out to me at martinliefeld.com or through LinkedIn. Please like this message. Please share this message. And I thank you very much for viewing and for listening.